Time for today's space quiz, kid. Let's pretend we're standing on a country road somewhere on a clear, moonless night. Now, for 5 points, what is the brightest star we can see in the sky? I'll give you a couple of hints, kid. It's a bright blue-white star, and it's visible only during the winter months.
Sirius.
Right, Sirius is the brightest star in the sky. 5 points. Okay, kid, now look due north. Most stars change position in the sky from hour to hour and night to night throughout the year. But there is one star you can always find in just about the same place all the time, and it's always due north. For 3 points, what do we call this star?
North Star.
The North Star, of course. 3 points. You and I and most other folks call it the North Star, but astronomers call it by its proper name, which comes from its location above the North Pole. For 6 points, what is the proper name for the North Star?
Polaris.
Polaris, that's the proper name of the North Star. And another 6 points. 14 points today. All systems go, kid. Let's fly. Now, the universe is full of stars of all colors, kid, and they vary from bright blue-white through yellow and orange to dim red. The color of a star is determined by its temperature. For 7 points, what color are the coolest stars?
Blue.
Oh, I'm sorry, kid. Blue is not the right answer, but don't feel bad. That one fools almost everybody. I guess because we always associate blue with cold. But no, the coolest stars are the red ones. Sorry, kid, but you can get on the scoreboard by telling me what color the hottest stars are. Still for 7 points.
Blue.
Blue, great. You worked it out. 7 points. Besides being different in color, the stars are also different in size. This is true or false, kid. For 6 points, some stars are so big that if you put them where our sun is, the Earth would be orbiting inside the star. True or false?
True.
True it is. 6 more points. That's 13 points today. Set a course for Earth, kid. Today, we're going to learn about some things about the movements of Earth. Now, the Earth spins like a top in space. It rotates around a straight line that runs through Earth from the North Pole through the South Pole. For 5 points, what is the name of this line?
Axis.
Axis, that's correct. 5 points. There's another straight line on Earth that we need to know about. It goes all the way around the globe at its middle, like a belt. For 4 points, what is this imaginary line? Maybe this will help. It's one word, and it comes from the fact that the line divides Earth equally at the middle. You got it, equator. 4 more points. Let's see, that's 5 plus 4. That's 9 points today. Add them to your overall score.
Wow.
Pretty high, huh? Well, I knew it would be. That's what I call a sight. Don't just sit there, kid. Floor it. For 3 points, kid, what in blue blazes is that thing? kid. Right you are. 3 points. Now for 4 points, what do we call the core of a comet?
Relics.
The nucleus. Correct. 4 points. Now for 3 points apiece, what is the nucleus of a comet made of? Ice, dust, or frozen gas?
Ice, dust, frozen gas.
Ice, dust, and frozen gas. They're all correct. You're at 3 for 3, 9 points. And that's 16 points for the day. Great score, kid. Happy landings. I'll see you tomorrow. All systems go, kid. Let's fly. Throughout the universe, stars are found in huge groupings. Some are shaped like pinwheels. Others are round or even irregular in shape. For 3 points, kid, what are these groupings of stars called?
Galaxies.
Galaxies, right. 3 points. The galaxy that our solar system belongs to includes all the stars we can see from Earth with our naked eyes and lots more we can't see. For 4 points, kid, what is the name of our galaxy?
Milky Way.
That's right. Our galaxy is the Milky Way. 4 more points. Now, here's today's tough question. For 7 points, about how many stars are there in the Milky Way? 1 million, 5 billion, or over 100 billion? No fair using your computer. Either you know it or you don't.
5 billion.
Sorry, kid. 5 billion was the wrong answer. The right answer is over 100 billion. But don't feel bad, kid. You scored 7 points today. All systems go, kid. Let's fly. Keep your eyes peeled, kid. Now watch the navigation screen carefully. You see that small object coming toward us?
I see it.
Now freeze it for a sec. There are lots of small pieces of stone and metal like this drifting around in space. For 4 points, what are they called?
Meteoroids.
Meteoroids, right. 4 points. Let's follow this one and see where it goes. When a meteoroid enters the Earth's atmosphere, its name gets shorter. For 3 points, what is this new name?
Meteor.
Right, meteor. 3 points. One last question, kid, for 3 more points. What nickname do people sometimes give to meteors?
Shooting stars.
Shooting stars, that's right. 3 more points. And that makes your total 10 for today. Nice work. All systems go, kid. Let's fly. Many stars in the universe are tied by gravity to another star, and they look like these two, twins in the sky. For 6 points, kid, what are these pairs of stars called?
Binary stars.
That's right, kid, binary stars. 6 points. For 5 more points, about how many stars in the universe exist in pairs or groups rather than as individual stars? Some stars, many stars, or most stars?
Some.
Oh, sorry, kid. Some stars is the wrong answer. Fact is, most of the stars in the universe exist in pairs or in groups. Cheer up, kid. You got one more shot today, worth 8 points. Here you see one of the huge swirling clouds of gas and dust that exist in space. Stars are formed from these clouds. What do we call one of them?
A nebula.
Correct, a nebula. 8 points, kid. Plus 6 points from the first question gives you 14 points. Way to go, kid. Move in closer, kid. I want to show you something. You see that faint glow surrounding the Earth? Well, it's caused by a thin layer of gases that allow the planet to support life. For 4 points, what do we call this gaseous layer?
Atmosphere.
Atmosphere. Correct. 4 points. Okay, now here's a tricky one for 7 points. What gas do we find more of in the Earth's atmosphere than any other? Is it oxygen, nitrogen, or hydrogen?
Oxygen.
Gotcha, kid. Thought you had that one in the bag, didn't you? Oxygen is what we all need to breathe, but there's not as much of it in the Earth's atmosphere as there is of another gas. Nitrogen. So you only earned 4 points today. Oh, cheer up, kid. You'll do better tomorrow. Remember, nobody's perfect.
That's true.
Hold it, kid. Come on over here. Today, we're going to learn something very important about the planets. Now, you know all about planets going around the sun in their orbits, right? But besides orbiting the sun, each of the planets in our solar system also spins around on its own axis. Now, for 6 points, what do we call this spinning motion?
Rotation.
Rotation. That's great, kid. You got it right for 6 points. Let's do one more, okay?
Let's do it.
Now, just how long does it take the Earth to make one complete rotation? This is for 5 points. Here's a hint. It's a day plus a night.
24 hours.
Right again, 24 hours. Let's see, add 5 points to 6, and that gives you 11 points for today. Great score, kid. Hey, you're really getting to know your way around our solar system. You're a real smart kid.
Thanks.
Well, I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, kid, here's today's opening question for 3 points. What is the name of America's civilian space agency? NASA, that's right. 3 points. By the way, that's short for the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the federal agency in charge of U.S. space exploration programs. Now, take a look at this. Recognize this place, kid? It's America's civilian spaceport. All of the U.S. space shots have been launched from here. For 3 more points, what is it called?
Kennedy Space Center.
Right, Kennedy Space Center, 3 points. For another 3 points, where is the Kennedy Space Center located?
Cape Canaveral.
Cape Canaveral is correct. Another 3 points, kid. Okay, here's where you can make it a grand slam. For a final 3 points, what state is Cape Canaveral in?
Florida.
Florida, correct. 4 for 4 at 3 points each. That's 12 points. Kid, you're the greatest. The universe is a mighty big place, kid. It's so big that we have to use a special unit of measurement to talk about the distances between objects in space. We use the distance that light travels through space in 1 year. For 3 points, what is this unit of measurement called? Light year, that's right, 3 points. Now, for 7 points, kid, how far is a light year? 1 billion miles, 1 trillion miles, or about 6 trillion miles?
About 6 trillion.
About 6 trillion miles. Right again, 7 more points. Now, here's our home galaxy, the Milky Way. For 6 more points, about how far is it in light years from one edge of the galaxy to the other? 10,000 light years or 100,000 light years?
10,000.
Oh, sorry, kid. 10,000 is the wrong answer. The Milky Way measures 100,000 light years from edge to edge. Don't take it too hard, kid. You got the rest of them right for 10 points, and that's not too shabby in anybody's book.